Okay, I'm gonna continue painting on Charlie, my son-in-law, from a photograph that he took at Grand Isle last summer. Okay, I'm gonna come up here in the sky. I've got the blue, all the background sky color in. And this is just going to be a first pass to leave some cloud formations in the sky. And we'll just go ahead over in here. Everything, this is kind of like just a first pass, positioning, getting everything like I want it, laid out, getting the canvas color covered. Rainy day here. I love to paint on a rainy day, rainy Saturday in the studio. Can't really see exactly what I'm painting. I will be coming back to make sure that I have everything covered. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. You can see that the colors that I have on the palette, the shirt color, the sand color, and some background colors. Okay, I'm gonna start right here with the background colors. Okay, and so I always teach in proportion. You paint from your photographs. So you see up here where the horizon comes right below the bib on the hat. Okay, it's all about positioning. And remember, you are the artist, and so you will train your eye to interpret your photograph. That's what you're doing. I have to make sure that I have you positioned to where you can see what I am doing. I'm holding the camera with my left hand and painting with my right hand. It's not the easiest thing to do, but I'm going to get that all resolved by the time that you're able to log in and paint along with me. What you will be doing is you will be painting some of my photographs, my original photographs. And what this will allow you to do, to be able to train your eye as you're following me along. And what you should be doing right now is focusing on the horizon line in the back there and seeing how it lines up with the sunglasses and the nape of the neck back here, just to make sure that you have everything positioned. I'm going to come back and lighten the colors up a little bit. This is Grand Isle. So, you know, Grand Isle, you don't want to paint it with the colors that you would be painting Destin, Florida. It's Grand Isle, Louisiana. Okay, so just making sure that I have everything positioned here in the correct placement, coming up onto the horizon, coming up to the glasses, coming up to the, I don't know what that's called. I should have asked Charlie. I guess that's some type of I know it's a camouflaged scarf, handkerchief. Okay, so maybe like a do-rag or something. I wear do-rags. Okay, I always have. I'm a 70s girl. You know, there's some things you just don't part with. There's just some things you did in the 70s that you still do them, even if you're 64, gonna be 65. Okay, that's just the thing. Just the things that you do. Okay, I dabbed a little bit of white, painting right in here. Remember, I'm painting from the photograph, and I'm just gonna let that white, little bit of sand dance around in there. Of course, I went to Grand Isle a couple of years ago, and we know it's not white sand, it's beige sand. just dancing right along in the background there. Okay, now I think what I will do, just to get some speed in here, and just to get some color on the canvas, I think I will go ahead. Now I'm kind of just scrubbing. It's going to be the sand in here. Okay. And I think I will just go on over here and add a little more of that into here. And go ahead and start to cover the canvas with some color. You can see how it's easy to just move right along. And what you will do when you come to my classes, I will be teaching you the skill set necessary to paint your passion. And whatever your passion is once you've learned the skill set necessary about your blending and your shading and your composition and how to paint from the back to the front and from the top down. And once you learn about contouring and shading and blending, and you learn the skill set necessary, I will encourage you to start to bring in your own photographs, because that's my teaching style. You never want to copy other people's work, although you will be painting some of my originals to start, just while you learn the skill set. And there'll be pictures from my travels from Italy and from France and different places that I've gone, and beautiful things. And there will be different styles. I will go ahead, and even though you're going to be painting from your photographs, there are different things that we will do. We'll teach you some freehand, impressionistic, kind of like of a Monet or a Van Gogh, water lilies. Okay, just getting some color in there. See how quickly you move along. The reason I'm going ahead and doing this background in here is because we can get a large space covered at one time. And I always encourage my students to try to finish an area before moving on. You would never come down here and start painting and back up here, because although what I'm doing right now is I'm carefully checking to make sure that there is value in all the colors, in the blue, okay, in the whites, in the greens, in the browns. And what that means is, the further in the back that you go, everything looks lighter because it's the distance. And it's not as easy by holding a phone and painting with one hand. Okay, so probably what I will do see, there's a paint flake right there. I had to get that off. So anyway, once I start videoing with the camera, to where you can watch me paint through and you just be able to log in and paint along with me, I will be able to give instruction more of what I'm doing, since I won't be as preoccupied with holding the camera and whatnot. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I have a wipe here, and I'm just going to come and I'm going to ever so gently lift some paint out. And this way, still fluid and wet paint in acrylics. It dries real quick. And I've heard people say, it dries too quick for them to be able to blend and do anything. Well, the only thing I can tell you is just apparently you have not studied with the right teacher, because I can show you how you can always blend acrylics, and you can blend acrylics as good as you can blend oils. And it's just a matter of knowing what to do and when to do it. Now, I think what I will do is I'm going to add, we know that the sand is a little beige, if you will, and it's wet. So we know that when it's wet, it's darker. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'll go ahead and pull in this foreground color here. Okay, because I can go ahead and cover the brush. I can go ahead and coat my brush with quite a bit of paint here. And I'll just go ahead and cover this area here. Just go on and get this in. I'll let you see how I do this. I don't want to go into his clothes, so I'll be careful with the clothes. I can go ahead and do a highlight through there via wash. You can still see the rod and reel. Right below his sleeve is where the waves break. Gonna come back in here, and I want to add some gray color down in here. I don't have a gray in here, but what I'm going to do is mix a little blue with it. Kind of forms a little gray. Okay. You always paint in the direction that something goes or flows. And we've got the sideways motion here, but this water is breaking and coming back this way. Okay, I'm gonna get some gray on my palette, and then I'll come back and we will finish off this foreground water here behind Charlie. And then we will go ahead and we will progress. Carole Irby-Gray in Baton Rouge.